It's about to go down on the haves and the have-nots as we'll finally see David Harrington having a talk with Benny Young. It looks like he's going to stop by the towing company to finally meet the man in the photo face to face in regards to the affair with his wife Veronica. Now, based off the previews, it looks like we're going to get a phone call between the two characters first, with David telling Benny that he is planning on stopping by. And then based off a picture that's just been released online, we finally see that Mitch is going to be in the front of the tow yard. So I'm guessing that David walks up to him and asks, hey, do you know if the guy running the tow company is inside? So we're going to see David go into the tow company, which is ironic because if I'm not mistaken, Veronica and Benny have had sex in that front office desk at least once or twice already. Now, the big question is whether or not the two are going to throw down in the next week's episode. Now, tomorrow night, I'm guessing that David's going to go in there, give one of his famous speeches, and then walk out. And then Benny's probably just going to blow it off as something that he shouldn't even worry about because, again, he has enough on his plate to deal with considering his sister has a nosy neighbor. He just buried Quincy in the backyard. And his plate is pretty much full. Now, the last thing he needs is for David to threaten him. And for those of you who pretty much underestimate David, remember that he told Candace the exact same thing in the speech in terms of, unlike Jim, I'm not fueled by my emotions. I stalk my prey, and then I pounce at the right moment like a thief in the night. Now remember, he told Candace this, and out of nowhere, Oscar took all the money she extorted from Jim, and he gave it back to her. Now she's broke. So can you imagine what he's going to do with Benny? I don't know if it's going to be something lethal or something to pretty much cripple him. I'm just wondering how David is going to handle the situation because when it comes to his wife, he's even threatened Jim that if anything happened to his wife, not only is their friendship over, but he's pretty much going to handle him. So considering that Benny was one of, if not the final straw in their marriage ending, I'm just concerned what's going to happen to him. So I'm just guessing that based off what we've seen from David so far, that again, he's going to go in there, exchange some words and walk out, and he's going to have some kind of plan going on for the rest of the season. My question is, what do you think exactly will happen? Will he, maybe call Mama Rose to set up his own hit on Benny? Or will he do something to pretty much strike Benny where it hurts, whether it be taking his tow company? I don't think that David would go after his family because that involves Candace and Hannah. Well, then again, he and Candace never really saw eye to eye, so I don't know exactly how it's going to do. I'm just interested with David being one of my, if not my most favorite character on the Have and the Have-Nots. I'm just wondering how he's going to handle this specific situation. I do find it a bit ironic because remember in season 1 when he had that detective set the drugs in the car that Candace blackmailed Jim for, Benny got caught and he was thinking, hey, if we let this kid sit in jail, it doesn't really matter because that's Candace's brother. So it's almost like, karma's pretty much bit David from the back in terms of he was going to let Benny rot in jail. And now Benny was the one who was having an affair with his wife. So, again, things just come around full circle if you really look at it. So, again, in the comment section below, let me know what you think of the Benny-Veronica relationship, which I might actually do a video about in the near future just because it's one of those plot points in the Have and the Have-Nots that I didn't even see coming. Like, even if you would have told me in season 2 that Veronica and Benny would have a thing going on, I probably would have laughed at you and again, I never saw it coming. So let me know what you think is going to happen in the next episode between David and Benny. Will David simply, exchange words and then have a threat that's going to come a reality later in the series? And what exactly do you think is going to happen to Benny because he slept with Veronica? So again, I will see you all in the next episode. And let's just hope that we get some more answers in tomorrow night's new episode of the Haves and the Have-Nots.